Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Pico number 595 revolving door viewer. This is a 180-degree sort of revolving door viewer, but it's a very unique door viewer, and we're going to go over that in a moment. The Pico 595 is synonymous with this really big, very effective door viewer. This is available in several different finishes, and I'll read them off. Satin bronze, antique nickel, polished chrome, obviously satin chrome, that's what this one is, the US26D. Polished brass, satin brass, and antique brass as well. So with the exception of oil rubbed bronze, but they would be doing antique bronze is what they would be offering you for that, the US11. Pretty comprehensive offering. So below this video there is first of all a description of the item, engineered to provide a full 140-degree visibility, revolves to provide an extra measure of a 40-degree additional extra view. That's a 180-degree view. That is not really unusual in itself, except that because of the aperture size of this, you are getting a tremendous amount of field of view when you're seeing that. Okay, you are literally able to, with this viewer, see where you cannot with other viewers. So when I view this and I look right at the camera, I can see here. I can see all the way down to my well, you can't see that, but I can see at an aggressive angle all the way down. The image on the side of the box shows that you can see the feet of someone standing outside. I'm going to absolutely agree with that you can. And then looking through it again, I can see all the way up here. So on a very aggressive angle. So I can see tremendously, whereas with a standard viewer, all I would really be seeing is just the screen pretty much in front of me. So the tremendous advantages, there's really nothing on the outside of that door that you cannot see if someone is in front of it. That's where this large size comes into play. And the fact that it rotates, revolves. Pull that trim ring out. Okay. That's how that works. It is not common to see these installed, although the home that I grew up in the 1980s, my dad installed one of these. On the back door, it was an unusual application where someone could hide on the side, and you just wanted to be aware of who was out there. That's the bottom line. Stamped brass components, crystal glass lens. One nice thing about this is that it will work for doors from 1 inch thick to 2 inch thick, and that's handy because you will have instances where you might have a panel door and the thickness of that panel is no longer 1 3/4. Okay, this will allow you to get down and use that installation. You're possibly going to have to cut those screws down, though. I can tell that right away. If you were going to cut the screws down, I would like to use an electrician's, what I believe are called lineman's pliers, where you can thread your 832 bolt into it. I would be quite sure that that's what that is. Then stamp it or clip it off real easily. Then as you remove the screw from that plier, it cleans the threads. The one unusual thing about this is the bore size. You need to have a 2 3/8 diameter hole in the door. So, and I said 2 3/8, not 2 1/8. Like if you had a drill bit for a door, you might have one for putting locks in. That's 2 1/8. You've got to have a 2 3/8 hole. So the bottom line is you'll have to buy probably a hole saw just for doing this. So keep that in mind. But other than that, it's, you know, the advantages in my opinion. The disadvantages are the unusual hole size, which you might need to buy a hole saw. The other disadvantage is that's a substantial piece of hardware to have on your front door that might aesthetically be unpleasing to you. That's number one. The advantages are you're going to be able to see what's on the other side of the door better than any other door viewer commercially available. That's all there is to that. There are links below this video. A, to the installation instructions. The item comes wrapped in them. Okay? 2 3/8 hole, 1 to 2 inch thick doors, A soft, clean cloth is recommended for cleaning lenses. Do not use any cleaning solutions, brass or metal polish. That's the full constitution of the installation instructions. There's a link below this video to the product catalog, and that's handy because it allows you to review just the one page. That sell sheet of this lists the other finishes available. There is a link to finishes where you can see all of the other finishes on a single page. That's handy. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can get to that catalog, which we already linked to, but then also to the Pico website as well. Okay, we don't sell these all the time, and it's because it's a fairly odd or unusual piece of hardware, but some people just got to have it. And quite frankly, if your eyes are not as like mine, as potent as they once were when you were younger, it's easier to see through this. And sometimes, in general, when I'm selling this to someone, it's going to be sold to someone who is looking for something easier to see through. There you go. Any questions on the Pico 595-US26D revolving style door viewer or any other Pico product? Really nothing that we can do with giving you a good example of that. Any questions on this or any other Pico product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.